Hi everyone! Today, honestly, I want more like to vent what is it to be an individual entrepreneur and business owner, because I think that's also super interesting and important. For those who don't know me, my name is Kay, I'm ex-stripper, sexologist, and I am a founder of the Key Project, the 8-week mentorship for those who enter in strip club industry, for the strippers itself. So I'll tell you everything in one sec. But before we start, if you want to know how much did I spend for the whole Key project already, watch until the very end. So let's get started. I launched this project because I'm really good to make a structure. And I had this idea. Almost all professions in the world have some study. So you go to university, you go to college, or at least you have some courses. If you want to become a doctor, you go to university for 6, 8, or even 10 years. If you want to become a driver, you go for a driver license, minimum. Yeah. If you want to be a teacher, you also go to university. But the thing is that to become a stripper, there is nothing, it just doesn't exist. I mean, like some really good prep. Even if you want to be a courier, even then, when you will finally get hired, you will have some maybe short course or guidance or mentor who will lead you the way, who will show you how to manage everything. But in strip club industry, it doesn't work this way, unfortunately, somehow. But the main problem is that a lot of strippers, a lot of dancers come into this industry so much unprepared. Even those who are working. One of the other main things why I decided to do this project are so many dancers doing so many mistakes. It's really hard to explain. Just when you see, you know that that's not how business working, that's not how business running. Because most of the dancers, we are working like entrepreneurs. So that means that all you hustle, everything what you are doing is your own way of hustle. But still, there are some etiquette, there are some rules, there are some club rules, which you should to know. You should to understand your options. You should to know if you're really prepared mentally for this work. So that's why I launched this project. And the main problem is, it seems like I'm cursed, honestly, because everything what I'm doing is just not working. Even though I studied management, I studied entrepreneurship, I know sales, I also studied that. I even had courses about YouTube and Instagram, like how to run social media. Does it help me? Probably sort of, but honestly I'm not completely sure. Because still everything what I'm doing is going somewhere to wrong direction. Simple examples. It's not a secret that we are living in the 21st century. And yes, I am using AI in my everyday tasks, about everything. If it's a picture, if it's some graphics, even if machine need to do something by itself on my MacBook, it helps a lot. But also at the same time, it's still machine. And I figure out that yeah, okay, maybe they're doing math good because they are machines. They know all this coding like 01, JavaScript or Python, yeah, so HTML scripts. So they do know these things. They're really bad at logical things. So, simple example, I'm sitting in the background and I'm asking to write some text on it. And AI sending me it back. And when I'm receiving it, I'm seeing like that it's total shit. And I'm making screenshot because this AI, this specific AI, it doesn't have visual context. So I'm sending the screen of it. I'm asking him. Yeah, I'm asking him. I'm Russian, so it's him. Because it's AI. So I'm asking it, is it okay for you? And he's, oh, no. So he changing something. And then he put like second layer on the text. So it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, again, making screenshot. Are you stupid or what? He's like, okay, just tell me what to do. Okay, I'm telling him what to do. Exactly. Take out the second layer, I don't know, and move the text up or, for example, down. Doesn't matter too much. And what AI is doing? He's not doing that. Or just half of it. Or just very different. And again, you didn't make it. Can you? And he's asking me again on how many pixels from the top I should to move it. I'm like, Why should I know this? I have no fucking idea. You did this, not me. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. And still he continued to making the same mistakes. So to have an AI, it's like I have an employee who is actually in general not bad, but still it makes mistakes, so I should every time double check it. And just that brings so much nerves. I can't really even explain because there's so much emotional work there. I am very emotional. I'm a woman, I'm very emotional. And generally, why I decided to launch also this project, some sort of, is because back then when I was still living in Russia and I quit my business assistant job and all the online courses were on hype. Oh wow, I want to learn it. I want to maybe in the future make my own course. But the problem with this sort of job was super low salary. So it just was like impossible for me even to live on this money. And the second thing was that most of the courses were made on the e-learning platform, which called categorize, which was horrible. I just saw a bit, just like some small snippets, how to build it, and I was shocked because it looks ugly and everything. When I found my e-learning platform, I knew that it wouldn't be easy, and it wasn't. I made so many new things. I really appreciate that I gained so much knowledge right now. But the main point is that it's not me first time running a business, and I really already knew a lot, but I also now gained a lot. And that's the cool thing about that. But it's also coming with a lot of stress. Because also now I'm living in another country, so it's another type of taxman. I already made 2 tax declarations. That was hard, especially on the language which you don't know, which you don't speak much. But the worst thing of this my sort of trip to be an entrepreneur in another country is also YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Please hear me. My course exists, first of all, for women entering the strip club industry, not for the men, because all of them, what they are doing is just they're showing my videos to the wrong target audience. Men are not my audience. I mean, not anymore at least. I want to see women, pretty women there. Or maybe transgender person, or non-binary person, but I mean the people who enter in gentlemen's club, entering to work there. Not the people who enter in gentlemen's club just to watch on us. Not these people. What I did wrong? Nothing, honestly. I wanted to show the world the best product that had ever existed about how to become a stripper, with all mental preparation, with all possible possibilities, how to work there, even scripts, how to talk to customers, how to start, how to dance, how to audience, how to whatever, how to look like. Every F-king possible step that just possible to become a stripper. And yeah, it's 2 months of preparation. That's not a joke, not even close. I wish I had this sort of support, because most of the people also who enter in this work, they even don't have support from the friends or family, because they even cannot tell about that. They are ashamed, they're afraid about to be judged, and all of these things. But it's like I'm, banned for what I'm doing. Trying to be just helpful for this world. That's my thoughts. And as I promised, so if to count my average European hour rate on the approximate average quantity of hours that I worked on this project, plus the real money spendings, I spent already 45,000 euros. And that's not a limit, it's just some sort of middle of the project, middle of just to make it visible for the people who really need it. It's worth a lot of my effort, it's worth a lot of money and time. And I want to be seen. I hate to be invisible. Algorithms. I don't want the luck. I want to finally become visible. Not for men, but for women. For those who consider to become a stripper in gentlemen's clubs. That was my speech, and that was my pain. If you have some, maybe, I don't know, nice words to say, some support, just use comments below and subscribe. It will really help me, because I want to see at least some result of my effort. And thanks, in any case, for even watching it. Bye bye!